Murder, She Watched contains adult themes and adult language. Listener discretion is advised. Murder, She Watched is for entertainment purposes only. Oh boy, this is a tough pair of episodes here.
Holy shit. Did we get a lot?
Couch Detectives, welcome to Making a Murderer and the emotional mind fuck that is the state of Wisconsin versus Brendan Dassey.
It's like a vendetta at this point against Brendan Dassey. This is wild.
I have some quick programming notes.
Yeah.
Okay. Number one is, well, maybe I really only have one programming note. I'm not sure. Your July schedule should be out by the time you guys hear this. Kyla and I worked real hard on it.
Yes. So
and it's done. Actually, we're doing it after this, but it'll be done. It'll be done. But what I wanted to say is thank you all for participating in the survey where I was asking for content ideas. Those posts are so helpful to us because when we're looking for what are we going to put on the schedule, like we can come back to those and grab your good ideas.
Is so helpful.
So helpful. So there's that. I also wanted to say everybody wants us to do Convicting a Murderer, and I also want to do it, but it's 10 episodes.
It's 10?
It's 10.
How long is each episode?
An hour.
Oh.
So like that's long. So I'm going to say yes, we're going to watch it, but we are not doing 10 more episodes on it.
No, that's fair because otherwise we'll never leave Manitowoc County.
I know, and like we have other things we want to
die
get
there. We're just gonna be sitting at that table with Dolores, and
I will say too, it's inaccessible. Like you have to buy it on Amazon for like $30. Which, by the way, if you buy it, let me know and I'll reimburse you.
Oh, okay.
But and that's for Kyla. I'm sorry, I can't reimburse everybody. But
we could do like a couple, like obviously, like watch it, do a deep dive.
I think we should watch it, do a long episode on the most compelling pieces of the argument for our sake.
I agree.
And then just kind of talk about it. Because 10 episodes is a lot.
That's a lot.
Especially it's gonna be into October by the time we're out of Manitowoc County.
See you in 2027.
And so just so you're aware, like we are going to watch it.
Oh, for sure. I'm very intrigued to hear this because it's apparently changing minds all over the place.
Changing hearts and minds everywhere.
And I need to see it because at this point, yikes.
I need to see it too because I need to know if Stevie didn't do it.
He didn't do it.
I need to know.
Oh my gosh. So much Stevie insight on these two episodes. I'm excited.
I'm going to say something. This. I'm of two minds of this woman situation.
Same.
Number one, it's like the more things change, the more they stay the same. Meow, meow, rules everything. Okay. But
Money
then on the other hand, I'm like, this is all this guy's got.
Right. Like
to look forward to.
It's a hobby, if you will.
So we'll get there. All right. Yeah. So this is Making a Murderer season 2, episodes 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Episode 4 is called Welcome to Wisconsin. I never want to go there. I'm going to be very honest.
Frightened. Do not commit a crime. Do not speed. Do not get pulled over.
That's what I'm afraid of. I don't want to commit a crime.
No, seriously. They catch wind of this too, especially Len Kaczynski's coming for us.
Oh, Len Kaczynski. Oh,
he pops up again.
It is like the howdy doody puppet from hell that we can never get rid of. It's like the dude in Twilight Zone. The puppet in the Twilight Zone.
Oh, that episode of Twilight Zone specifically lives rent free in my mind, as people say. There's a few episodes of Twilight Zone that are just burned into my brain. But tell me why I insisted on having a ventriloquist dummy one year for Christmas as a child. Sore subject in my family. I demanded it.
That's hurtful.
And I was terrified of it.
Yeah.
My mom was so pissed.
Is it like me with the Scooby-Doo doll where my mother had to run ahead of me and turn it around in my bedroom because I was scared of its eyes?
Yes. Honestly, yes. Because it was the Howdy Doody ventriloquist dummy. Do you remember the ones that used to be in it was either JCPenney or Sears Christmas catalog every year?
I don't remember.
It was Howdy Doody.
Puppetry was not high on my list of interests as a child.
This is going to make me sound like a little weirdo, but I was really into it. I loved Sesame Street. It was a launching point in my life. But I had got that Howdy Doody and I never it was so scary. And my mom was like, "Do you know how much that thing costs? It was so expensive, and I knew you weren't going to play with it."
Oh
But
boy.
I digress.
This is like Tubtown. There was a thing when I was a kid called Tubtown.
Yeah.
See, I always loved tubs.
See, you've been one with
This
the
was
tub.
a floating city for your tub, and it was like Fisher Price or something.
Was it the little round squatty people that were like,
and there was like an elevator and stuff, and I asked for it for every year for like 2 or 3 years, and my mother claimed she could never find it, and to this day I don't let her live it down. Like,
"Oh,
well,
I do things like that too."
down, I would be more fulfilled, Mom. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, I love things like that because I have that level of pettiness in me. There was this toy. It was called Murdoch. Some people might remember this.
Murdoch.
It was from the early 90s, and it was this tub toy. It was a tub toy, and it was like a talking duck, and it was really cute, and it would like splash in the water. I wanted that so bad as a kid. Never got it. Well, like 3 or 4 years ago for Christmas, I opened one up at my parents' house, and my mom found one at a thrift shop and bought it. So I have it, and it sits on a shelf in my house.
It's very scary looking.
I love it. I love the duck.
Tubtown was amazing. I just looked it up. Okay.
Maybe you can get one.
I should get it. Play with
you should.
Tub. So this episode's tough because we start with such optimism from Barb and Brendan, and Queen Laura tells us the rediscovery of hope can be a really hard moment for these families and these wrongfully convicted individuals. It's almost crueler than the weight.
Yeah, that's so true because did you get caught up in the optimism? I did. Even though we know. I was like, maybe, oh my God, he's going to be out by Friday. You know what I mean?
Like, maybe he does get out on bail. I don't know. And then I'm like, oh, they're going to do everything they can to keep him in prison.
I know, but I thought the same thing. I was like, maybe he gets out for a weekend or something and gets a little reprieve. But
you know what, though? That's almost worse. Like, I feel like I would be a flight risk if you let me out and I knew I was wrongfully convicted. I would do whatever I could to get out of here.
Honestly, at that point, it would be like, what do you have to lose? Go on the run.
So we get some of Steve's romantic nonsense. He's telling us how much he loves Lynn from his jail cell. Right. She wants a good man who won't fight. And that's what I want. Steve, that is not unique.
That is not yet special. She wants a good man.
She wants a guy who won't fight with her.
Oh. Yeah, right. Steve, come on, buddy.
So we learned that she's been getting a lot of attention. She's getting interviews, and Sandy is still kind of in the picture. But this guy did Sandy real fucking dirty. Can we agree on this?
He broke Sandy's heart. He screwed her over when he thought something better came along. Steve is still a man, isn't he? He's still a man, Stevie.
She went on Dr. Phil and said she wasn't ready to marry him, and he saw his out and he took it.
He says she broke up with him, but we know what you did. You're getting your Mew Mew letters in the mail.
Yep. So Sandy's like, I'm trying to protect him from people who don't have good motives. I've been protecting him for 10 years. It's hard not to keep doing that. Sandy, you need to move on.
Sandy needs somebody to step in, I feel like. Don't you?
We do learn, is it in this interview or in this episode where we learned she's 70?
Yes.
Yeah, so she's 20 years older than him.
She's a lot older than him.
Yeah.
Which, again, age differences really don't bother me at all. I think, whatever. But in this circumstance, I'm a little worried about Sandy. I feel like she's very vulnerable.
I feel like over 30, age differences don't bother me. But if it's like a 50-year-old and a 20-year-old, it bothers me.
Oh, yes. There's that. Especially, it's like, okay,
exactly. But so he's still acting like I said, like he's the one who, or she's the one who did him dirty. Not true.
Yeah, he's dying on that hill.
When in reality, he saw a picture of Lynn and just never looked back. That's what really happened.
Stevie, let's admit that. I wish he would. He saw Lynn. He thought she was a smoking hot hottie, and he said, "Bye, Sandy."
Yep. So now it's Dolores's birthday. It's 2016. She's going to see Steven. She's so cute. She's got her little haircut. Do you
her little fresh hairdo?
Do you love how much her granddaughters are like helping her and with her?
Yeah, I do. I love it. It really warmed my heart, and it made me nostalgic. I'm sure it did for you too.
Yeah, for my gram. Absolutely.
Yeah, and just they're all so obsessed with her and her cute little fresh hairdo. And I love how the one granddaughter's like, "Oh, look at your hair!" Like she makes such a big deal out of it. It's so cute.
I know. And then they go to the drive-thru. And some maniac orders a sausage McMuffin with egg without cheese. What?
I also had a reaction to that. There is never enough cheese. Cheese on everything, always, all the
double
time.
cheese on that.
Extra always.
What are you doing?
That's my favorite food is cheese.
First of all,
that.
As a former McDonald's drive-through worker, don't go through and order a grill order really in the morning. Just pull the cheese off yourself.
Yes. And the McDonald's rubbery cheese is one of my favorite parts. And I love the little onions, the little like rehydrated minced onions. When I was pregnant, I craved McDonald's double cheeseburgers, and there was many days I hit that drive-through more than once and would see the same person and be like, "Hello, I'm back."
And I was without cheese. Were you getting a double hamburger?
Never. Always extra cheese in my life. That's when I was adjuncting, and I was like living in a cubicle with my feet propped up, pounding McDonald's double cheeseburgers and peanut butter M&Ms.
Yeah. Oh, I love peanut butter M&Ms.
Oh, so good.
So Brendan is just making plans to come home, talking about donating his Dominoes to the unit.
Oh, all of his stuff.
Okay, brace yourself because here comes Len Kaczynski. Like the little puppet that he is.
He's looking haggard. I do not like to comment on anybody's looks, but Len Kaczynski, I'm not.
Suck it. I hate him.
He sure can. And I was like, oh, are we looking a little haggard, Len? Just all the media hate her.
So now in a segment I'm calling Len Kaczynski rails against the very thing he created. Okay, literally. Here we go.
Yes.
Len says, I'm really surprised by Brendan's release. I mean, must be his good fortune. The judge did take some pot shots at me.
Oh, he hates it.
But he wasn't able to find anything. No, that's not what the judge said. The judge said law has tied his hands. There's some kind of law situation going on where he can't.
He wanted to.
Len Kaczynski for filth.
He wanted to, Len. Pot shots.
So then he says, I mean, I was the one who laid the foundation for the dismissal. I'm so glad they found on the grounds of this confession being coerced. I'm the one who laid the foundation for the dismissal. I fought to have it suppressed. We litigated it pretty thoroughly, including the school psychological record. Excuse me.
No, you didn't.
Created the coerced confession.
Yeah, you made this.
What are you talking about?
You helped schedule and arrange it. You literally helped set it up. You little
wow.
Oh, Len, he gets me fired up.
Cognitive dissonance in this guy.
He doesn't. He's just living in his own little bubble. And we saw his house. That was risky. Now we know where he lives.
100%. No. Kyla's going to figure this out.
I'm going to be doing a slow drive by Len's house. Just wave at him menacingly. Don't mind me.
So Ken Kratz is on the news saying, I really hate watching this from the sidelines.
I bet you do.
I just think the state should file an appeal and try to fight this because, that monster, Brendan Dassey. Fuck off, Ken Kratz.
Fuck off and get a life because he's just sitting on his patio. Yeah, exactly. I love how he's hanging out on his patio with this news anchor. And you can tell he's like, come to my house. He never turns down an interview. He's going to talk about this every chance he gets forever. He has been, let's remember, he has been not maligned in the press. That's not right. He has been revealed to be the monster he is in the press because he was literally sexually harassing a domestic violence survivor that he was hired to protect. Correct.
So there's that.
Relentlessly, and other multiple women came forward, and he's inviting people to autopsies. Never forget, he's inviting people to autopsies.
Just like we never forget the cat. We'll never forget Ken Kratz.
Yes, that's the same category.
Kathleen is coming to the courthouse to file her motion for further testing, and she could barely get out of the car. This is like she like jokes like she feels like Elvis here. This is wild.
This is crazy. People are going crazy just to watch her file this motion, and I don't judge it because I would fangirl over this too.
And little Kim, the cousin, little Kim, very much. Kim. She's there and she's like, I'm his cousin. And nobody really seems to care.
Hey, girl, I know. I felt bad. And Kathleen's like, oh, hi. Nice to meet you. But doesn't really talk to her. It's like, oh.
She gives a press conference afterwards, just reiterating that, this case is garbage. Nothing was tested as it should be. So now news breaks that Attorney General Brad Schimmel who's a problem.
Brad, yes.
Will be appealing the decision, so Brendan will be staying in jail until this is hammered out. And Barb just looks so defeated.
I know we say it every episode, but I worry so deeply about her. She is just kind of withering away.
You know, I feel like this is something we don't talk about enough in this country, is the toll that having a family member wrongfully incarcerated takes on somebody.
Very good point, Amy. Because
like, could you imagine could you imagine if, God forbid, your precious Luke was in jail for something he didn't do? God.
I would be Barb. I would just be chain smoking. And honestly, I go into kind of a robot mode like that, where I'm like, I'm just going to work and do things because I have to. And I would just.
So you're not running around crying like I would be. I'd be like,
I would be
all over the news.
So it would be a hot mess mix of both. It would be such a disaster. But yeah, and I would be chain smoking.
You know what we would do? You know what we would do? We would go to the capital of Indiana, whatever that is. I don't know.
Indianapolis. And yes.
I know nothing about the Midwest.
That's reasonable.
We would go to Indianapolis. We'd get all the couch detectives in our RAV force, and we would just circle the Capitol.
We'll circle it. You know what's funny is there is in downtown Indianapolis, there's the Circle, which is this, like, that we'll just tear it up and
we'll take it over, and we'll have signs. We'll be honking.
Yep. Straight out of Fucks to Give. Yeah.
And we'll just do it until they release him, because they just can't stand the noise.
They're terrified of our rage. Yeah. Yeah.
So now I wrote, it's the audacity of hope. It really is.
It really is.
This family is just broken because Barb,
it's so hard to watch.
Barb and Scott have left their house because the press was all over. They go up to the cabin. They're just smoking.
Oh, my Lanta. Yes, they are. I'm going to keep talking about cigarettes because watching this makes me miss them. Watching people smoke, I'm always like, that looks so fun.
I smoked when we were in Maine.
Oh, jealous.
The first night we got there, I had 3 margaritas that really did me in.
Same, yeah.
And so I was doing my classic, give me a drink of that, give me a taste of that.
Yes,
you know. And the next morning, I regretted it so much. That
next day, that feeling, and you're like, why do I do this? But at the time, you know, deep down, you're gonna hurt, and it's gonna be a mess. But I'm the same.
And I'm getting to this weird place where I'm like, I have to kind of try to protect my voice because I'm having unusual anxiety about my voice going now. This is a whole new anxious nightmare that's in my brain.
Fun. That's a new fun nightmare.
So yeah, it wasn't that fun, but I loved taking a couple drags of that smoke.
It's fun. I know. I love it. I miss
it. It is now with the 7th Circuit Court of Appeals. So the question becomes, will Brendan get bond during this process?
Yeah.
And Judge Duffin's the one who's going to rule on this. And, you know, he's pretty progressive and pretty into Brendan's cause. So there's good reason to think he'll grant it.
Yeah. Oh.
Barb says, I really wish that Teresa's mother would have sat down and talked with me. I really tried to talk with her, and Mark Weigert, Starsky and Hutch over there.
Of course, they're involved.
They wouldn't let her.
That's tough. I understand her wanting to. I really do. I would want to. I know I would want to. I would want
not the time.
I know. I get it.
Like, I also am trying to look at this from Teresa's family's point of view.
Valid.
And you're like, I don't want you to fucking talk to me right now. Like, I think that you killed my daughter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're not friends right now.
I don't know. It's tough because the human side of me, I think, would want to talk. I don't know.
I think I would probably let them have a chance to talk. I think I would.
Yeah.
Because I would probably want to say something too.
We see that people have sent Brendan stuff, and Barb has a room all set up for him. It's really cute.
He's getting TVs. Brendan's getting all kinds of stuff.
But guess what? Brad Schimmel is fighting the bond release.
Brad.
So Robert Dvorak, your dude.
Yeah, he's not my boyfriend, but I do like him. Steve's my boyfriend.
I know Steve's your boyfriend, but you like this whole team.
I don't like Bob. I like Steve, Amy.
Sorry. He tells us the habeas statute being granted sets up a presumption that the person is going to be released. There is a presumption.
Fair enough.
Brendan has almost a perfect prison record. He did very minor stuff like took extra ramen noodles, but didn't take them. Asked somebody for them. He's just in possession of them.
Yeah, we see his violations and they are nothing. And I was like, okay, was someone having a bad day that they did this to Brendan? Seriously, having scotch tape on the checkerboard. I'm very confused as to why that was a violation. They said it was like to repair it.
Yes.
On the
Brendan
line.
said
Why
it was
is
to
he in
repair
trouble
it.
for that?
I have
don't
no
know.
idea. I don't
Are
know.
you not allowed to have scotch tape in jail?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Lynn comes to visit Stephen, and we finally get a good look at her. Now, I will say this
on Lynn. Yeah.
I am a short, little, rotund meatball. Okay. So I'm no one to comment on somebody else's looks. But Lynn is, I mean, she's pretty, but it's not like it's Christy Brinkley in 1984 walking into this prison.
I very much agree with you. We do kind of have that approach. Yeah, I know. We've been killing it with our current references. Let me just say.
Starsky and Hutch.
Starsky and Hutch. I was talking about Garfield the other day. Like, yeah. Look at us.
She's walking in the prison and like guys are wolf whistle. Is it wolf
whistling? I know.
What's it called? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a wolf whistle.
You could tell I've never had this happen. I don't know what this is.
Well, and Lynn, I feel like Lynn is loving this a lot. Like Lynn is like waving.
She's like strutting. She's doing her uptown girl.
And she's like, this is so funny. I don't know what's happening. Yeah. She is having her Christy Brinkley moment though, all of vacation. She's waving in her red convertible down Holiday Road.
Could you imagine being Christy Brinkley and your husband, Billy Joel, writes an entire song about how hot you are?
I mean, goals. That would be so fun.
Timmy, get on that.
I was just, all right, Mitchell. Bust out. He can play the bass guitar and saxophone. He could put together a little tune.
So she goes on to say that her ex-husband, with whom she was going through a really bad divorce at the time that she started writing to Stephen, is an ex-law enforcement officer of 30 years. And there it is.
I said the same thing. There we go. That answers a lot of questions.
Yep. Now she gives away the game because she says to the producers, I knew in my soul that I was meant to meet Stephen and that if there was a second season of the documentary, I was going to be in it as Stephen's girlfriend.
Girl.
You see that thing pointed at you right now? We can hear you.
Yeah, like, hi, Lynn. Wow. And the way she smiled when she said it. And Lynn was riding on a high in that moment in the car. Because at first you could tell she was anxious and it was a little awkward and she didn't really know what to say. And then she starts getting a little more comfortable and is just talking. It's like Lynn's had a little too many drinks and is telling a few too many stories. And it's just like, oh, girl. Oh, and I was like, oh, Stevie. Oh, buddy. Oh,
Stephen tells us, I didn't do it. I knew the minute I saw her. I gave her a big French kiss. Oh, I don't need to know that.
No, thank you. Steve French kissing somebody is like,
no.
That gave me a mental image. No. And forever, can you imagine being other people in the room? Because I know there's usually other people around, and you're like, oh,
you know, the first kiss is always super awkward. Because you don't really know what you're doing. So it's best, pro tip, it is best to have your first like French kiss, like make-out kiss.
Yes.
In a dark car drunk.
Totally dark. Must be dark. Yes. Drunk makes it better always.
Yes.
And I feel like, Stevie was aggressive. And that really skeeves me out a little bit.
He was sliding his hands all over there. Tuning Tokyo kind of situation.
And I feel like she's taller than him. And I don't know. There's this mental image I have. And I feel for everybody that had to watch. I'm glad Dolores probably wasn't there for that.
He has asked her to marry him.
He is Russian.
Stevie's ready to get married. Getting so much
girl. I guess people are seeing that mugshot from back in the 80s that we saw.
Oh, the Kurt Cobain one.
That's what's.
He doesn't look like that anymore, guys.
No, I think, and it's getting to Stevie's head a little bit. And can I tell you, I was like, I miss Jody. I miss Jody. I do.
So
I miss Jody.
So does Steve.
I know. She was the one.
Brendan tells Barb that someone told him they're selling his letters for $200. And he says the letter had 2 swear words in it, and he doesn't swear in his letters. So he knows it's not him. This shows me how, I hate to use this word, and I don't mean it as an insult, but almost how primitive his thinking is about this stuff.
Yeah.
Because he's like, well, clear, like, I will be able to prove it's not mine because I don't use swear words.
I don't write swears in my letters. Yeah. And he was like, there's 2 of them. I don't say that. Yeah, that's tough. That's so tough.
Yep. So I wrote, this shit with Scott feels so performative. Scott's
It
like, we
does.
love you, buddy. We love you. We love you, Tiger. Stick in there. It's little daddy here. I'm your daddy. And it's just over the top. And I feel like Scott does not talk to him like this when the camera's not on.
I could not agree with you more. It's so performative. And when they were going through Brendan's bedroom and showing all the things, I was like, Scott loves this. And you know damn well that when Brendan didn't get out and get to go in his room, that Scott's like, oh, that TV's mine now.
Yep. And like, that PlayStation.
Oh.
Steven calls Dolores. This is an interesting conversation because he calls her and all he's doing is talking about Lynn. He's like, everybody hates Lynn. Oh, sorry. Everybody hates Lynn. I didn't do it. But everybody hates her. And Dolores could give a shit because Dolores is like, listen, Brendan is really struggling. They took Barb and Scott off his visitor list.
Yeah. Like, she's like, I don't care about your new piece. Right, Steve.
But
like,
Steven
let me
is laser focused on that. Meow. That's it.
Oh, he is. And people are talking smack about his new lady, and he wants his mom to be just as upset. And I feel like, we saw Dolores pick Jody up from jail. She was there.
We saw Dolores do a lot of picking up from jail of various family members.
She is the carpool. And, her and Sandy were hanging out in the beginning, and then Sandy burned her. That's Dr. Phil of it all. And now I feel like Dolores is like, I got other fish to fry, Stevie. I can't. I'm not.
Dolores is like, I can't, like, stop. I don't want to hear about this.
Nope. And it's a distraction. I'm sure she's probably thinking it's a very negative distraction. That Dolores is not into Lynn. You just know.
But this is where I struggle because this is where I'm like, this guy is going to spend the rest of his life in prison for a crime he didn't commit, I think, up to now.
Same.
And it's like, let him have something, I guess.
Something to think about. Yeah.
Something to focus on. Something to have hope for.
I agree. Something fun. I mean, writing these letters and getting these pictures. It's tough. It's tough.
Now Lynn goes on Dr. Phil. What the fuck is happening here?
Literally, what is happening? What does Dr. Phil like have an
agreement with the prison?
Seriously, he must have been into this. I don't remember this at all. I fell off of the Dr. Phil train a very long time ago. Same. I used to watch it in the beginning. I mean, I think everybody did. But
because I trusted Oprah and she gave in to us.
She
did us dirty on that one.
Yeah, she did. But what is going on?
But did you understand what happened here? Because I didn't. So learned that. Go ahead. You explain it because I'm confused.
I did have to rewind it a few times because I think basically Lynn goes on there and I feel like the whole thing is kind of coming to a boiling point at this. And I think Lynn saw this as her out. I think she's going on there to be like, oh, it's all too much. I don't like all the fame and I'm not really that into Steve and all of that. I really think she took this as her moment to publicly be like, I'm done with this.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think.
Because they had him piped in another reference here via satellite.
They set him up. Set him up. Set me up.
Yeah. So like I thought that they had a conversation, but you think she had him piped in and she broke up with him.
Well, yeah, because I don't think she actually broke up with him, but she was talking to Dr. Phil about how it was just like all too much and she wasn't really feeling it anymore and all that into it. That was the way I took it. And then he's just kind of like listening and then is like piping in. Okay. It reminded me, remember the old like 90s like gotcha radio shows where they'd like
100%.
That's what it totally made me think of that.
Okay.
Very old Howard Stern.
So he says afterwards she wasn't herself and she was making money off of him. She and her daughter were trying to get money from this whole thing and he's real sad because he thought this hot piece of ass wanted him.
Stevie. I mean, I feel like the writing was probably on the wall.
Probably.
Yeah.
She's on Inside Edition now, and she says she broke up with Steven after something Dr. Phil talked to her about. Like Dr. Phil convinced her.
Let's not get our life advice from Dr. Phil.
So now does Stephen Avery have it out for Dr. Phil? Is this a thing?
I feel like he might at this point. He's destroyed him and Sandy's relationship. Yeah. I mean, I know they're friends, but Sandy's in love with him. This Lynn debacle. Yeah. Is Dr. Phil out to get Stevie? Does he in cahoots with Manitowoc County?
She claims that she saw signs of his personality that scared her. And now she's scared for her life and she needs him to stay in jail. Okay. And I just wrote, Kathleen Zellner is probably so pissed off about all of this.
Honestly, because all this did was cause damage. This doesn't do anything helpful.
Dude, I'm trying to get you out of prison. And you're running around chasing Mew.
And calling the Dr. Phil show. Chasing your Mew and doing all of this. Kathleen was probably pretty pissed. Mm-hmm. I wonder if she laid into him. Because couldn't you imagine having Kathleen lay into you a little bit?
I want to say something about Kathleen.
Yeah?
Okay. I like Kathleen.
Oh my God.
I do a lot.
Observation I had. I'm going to die.
But she kind of she reminds, you guys know my biggest fear is Zelda from Pet Sematary, right?
Yeah.
Kathleen has a Zelda vibe about her in the way that her face is shaped and her hair.
Yes. Yes.
And it scares me.
Oh no.
it brings
so she can't yell at you.
No.
Go catatonic.
If she yelled at me, I would die.
I can see that. Well, and she's so intimidating. She's so intimidating.
She's so smart. I'd be like,
she's such a badass. I know, but that's Zelda. She just creeps in.
I see Zelda in a lot of places. So it's no offense to Kathleen Zellner. I see Zelda in a lot of places.
I know you and I've talked about this, but have you read the book? Remind me.
Pet Sematary?
Yeah.
I read it when I was a kid.
Okay. That was one of those. Yeah. Because that book is one of my favorite Stephen King books, but I know
The Shining is my favorite Stephen King book.
Yes. Gateway. It's fabulous. But Kathleen is scary.
She's scary. Back to Zellner and the bones now. The pubic bones were actually recovered. Okay, so this was interesting.
Yeah.
Because let me back up and then I'll jump around here a little bit. But she goes out to meet Mr. Rodante.
Rodant. We get a face with the Rodant.
Oh, there's no A on the end. Rodant. So she goes out to meet Josh Rodant. And he's actually super cooperative.
Yeah, super nice. I feel bad. Okay, I'm sorry, Josh.
Yeah,
last episode
you did malign him. Only you, not me. No,
I know. I did. It was all you. Josh, did you hear that?
But what she learns in this little visit to the Rodant property is that the pubic bones were actually recovered on Manitowoc County property. Yes! It wasn't his. And that butts up to the Rodant property.
Which is very close to Avery property.
Very, very close. No burn pile nearby. So they suspect that the bones fell out when they were being moved.
Yeah.
There were cut marks on all the bones, all found at 3 different places.
Yeah.
Now they go through where the cops were positioned and there was a vulnerability where someone could have gotten through.
Yeah.
And they would have had to drive across the field. This gets real into the weeds, literally, guys. So I'm just going to kind of TLDR it. But basically, there is a way to access Avery property, scoot on and off while the cops were there and with their quote barricade.
Right.
So she visits Verdant, like I said, and this guy's very cooperative. His lawyer's with him.
Driving him around the property. He's showing whatever they want to see. He's not weird about it at all.
Not at all. He talks about the cops questioning him. And he says the cops seemed to want me to make my story match their narrative.
Yes.
They were asking me they were kind of leading me to say that the fire was bigger than I was telling them it was.
Yeah, and he's like, "What do you want me to say? You wanted me to say it was a giant fire?" Like he got fed up with them, and that's pretty intense. That if he really said that, I mean, whoo.
He also says that the cops are the ones who came to him, not the other way around. That's interesting.
Somebody was throwing Josh under the bus a little bit because and think of how different that makes it all look. Just that tiny detail. Who called? I mean, that's huge.
Yeah. So he says the cops told him that their theory was that the car went through the field, down Cuss Road, past the hunting cabin, into the pit, then back onto Conveyor Road and back into the Avery salvage yard. Kathleen is stunned.
Yeah.
And she says, this is a Brady violation because in trial, the state argued the car never left Stephen Avery's airtight property.
Yeah.
And the defense was never given this information.
This is huge. And she's taking a moment sitting back like, whoa.
Yeah.
This is a big deal.
Well, and it's interesting because at first she was like, okay, maybe the cops aren't involved here. And she was really side-eyeing Rodant here.
Yeah.
But after this, she's like, maybe the cops are involved.
Yes, and this bombshell of having Manitowoc County government property literally right there, that was a huge revelation.
Yeah,
We didn't hear any of that in season 1.
I agree.
I don't recall. I feel
Nope.
like we would remember that.
Are you ready to go into episode 5?
Oh, man. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Kyla, thank you.
Thank you, Amy,
for joining me on our Wisconsin adventure.
Our Wisconsin roller coaster.
It is a roller coaster.
Stay away, Dr. Phil.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Didn't do it. Lynn, wait.
Jody.
I want to make out. Jody, you can come.
Guys, just a quick note. I have an exciting announcement. I rebranded my book. So for those of you who don't know, I wrote a memoir 10 years ago called Fat Girl Skinny. It's a memoir about my divorce and meeting Timmy and losing weight and all that situation.
Fantastic book. Fantastic.
It's about my food addiction and all of that. So thank you, Kyla. I appreciate that. So I wrote it as part of my MFA thesis. So I published it in 2016 with the small press because at the time I was trying to get a job in academia and you have to be published with the press.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get it in with one of the big presses.
Yeah.
So now, it's 10 years later. I'm not working in academia anymore, mostly thanks to all the couch detectives out there who are helping me build this into a career.
Yeah.
And so I decided I'm going to self-publish it. She got a new cover. She got a little bit of a glow up. So if you're into memoir and you're into that kind of stuff, I'll put the link in the show notes. And if you want to grab a copy, I would love the support. So thank you.
I'm going to order a copy for my bookshelf because I do like to have hard copies of books that I really love. I'm definitely putting a copy on my bookshelf.
Oh, thank you. That's very
the colors.
Nice.
You're very welcome. And I love it. It looks so good. The colors pop.
Bright yellow with the
it.
little nesting doll on it. I worked with a book designer that I hired on Readsy. She was amazing. She was amazing.
Yes, it looks so good. I love nesting dolls anyway. I've always thought they were so fascinating.
Well, the former cover had like a body holding a cheeseburger and standing on a scale. And I felt like I wanted to make it because the book really is about food addiction and stuff like that. But like, it's really about me kind of finding my path.
Yeah, and your transformations.
So I wanted it to be less weight focused on the cover, if that makes sense. And she came up with the idea, the nesting dolls,
beautiful symbolism. Yes, I love it. It's such a good concept.
Yeah. So that's there, guys, if you want to grab that. And that's it. That's my little plug. I hate promoting my own stuff, but
you should. This is very exciting. It's an anniversary. It's all yours the way you want it to be. No, it's a big deal.
All right. Thank you so much, Kyla. Thank you. And we'll see you guys. Let me get my closing thing. Okay, here we go. All right. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.